Hi, everybody. It's me with our Melissa. Hi, Melissa.
Hey, everybody.
She has some real interesting stuff to talk about. Somebody had asked me, one of you guys had asked me about Nancy Pelosi in some sort of past life. So go ahead, give us the scoop.
Okay, so I took the challenge and asked my guides about Nancy Pelosi, and I don't know if there are some people I think who've seen it, but probably the majority of you don't know. I have a YouTube channel. It's Melissa Free Range Psychic. So I posted a video today about Elizabeth Warren. Somebody had asked me about her past life. So my guides showed me that she was the reincarnation of Elizabeth Cady Stanton, who was an abolitionist and a women's rights activist. And so when I asked about Nancy Pelosi, they showed me that Nancy Pelosi was Lucretia Mott, who actually co-founded the women's rights movement with Elizabeth Cady Stanton. So that meant Elizabeth Warren and Nancy Pelosi were good friends in their past incarnation in their last lives, which is pretty amazing. So that, yes, I saw that. And I really encourage anybody to, do your own research and look at their pictures and look at their life history, and you can see that if you think they mesh. So the other question I asked, because Linda had said somebody asked me, have any of the founding fathers reincarnated? And I did post a video, my last one. I post every Sunday, and that was on Katie Porter. And my guides showed me she was the reincarnation of Thomas Paine. So there's that. So when I asked this time, Elijah Cummings came into my mind, and they told me that he was a reincarnation of William Livingston, who was a patriot and a signer of the Constitution. So I'm going to do a video on both Pelosi and Elijah Cummings, so I can do a deep dive, so we can get.
Oh, yes. She seems like she was fit for this. Pelosi does.
Oh yeah, she's all ready to go, right?
Right.
And the dedication that these people put into these roles that are just, I can't even imagine the amount of sacrifice and energy that goes into being somebody like that, because my God, you're traveling, you're speaking, you're always in the public, you're always on. And so it is truly a vocation from the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, that's exciting. And I mentioned to you about my George Washington hit.
Oh yeah, Stacey Abrams.
And it made sense to you.
Absolutely, yeah. It absolutely does. And she's tremendous. If I just get the resonance of her, she's such a powerful being.
Right.
Such a bright light. So yeah.
And then, when you get hits, Melissa, from past life incarnates and stuff,
yeah,
do you get a general well-being for this country, like this too shall pass?
Oh, absolutely, right from the beginning. So when Trump was first president, or when that happened, I believe the whole thing was a coup. I doubled down on that. I thought so from the beginning. When that map went all red, there was just no way. There's no way that was real.
It was Russia, yeah.
It was Russia, yeah. And my guides at that point, and I kept on asking them, because I was freaked out, just like probably all of us were freaked out. And they kept on saying, "Don't worry, this is going to end. This is not going to, no matter what happens, you'll be so surprised at how quickly things are going to change, and how things will turn around in a really unexpected way, so that this country gets better. That the things that have been problematic in this country, that where a lot of us have been sleepwalking, really, especially through Obama's time, because what a beautiful man, what a wonderful president. But there were these seeds of destruction, these with the American Heritage Institute, with this focus by the GOP in Russia. This didn't just happen. Trump didn't just pop up and be president. This coup or conspiracy didn't just occur out of nowhere. This has been very long in the planning, for years and years, and our rights have been chipped away, and the powers of the presidency have been expanded over time. So there was a long-term view for this to happen.
Right.
So we've got to know that. But the funny, not the funny thing, but the ironic thing is about Trump is he's such a narcissist. He's so unfit for the job that yes, Putin likes that. He likes our government being destroyed. He likes the civil unrest and us being pitted against each other. But what he doesn't understand is, number one, the American people don't like it. They really want a level of well-being and harmony in this country. They're not, huh?
And
yeah, they haven't been conditioned to walk lockstep. I mean, obviously Trump has his base that are lockstep, but the majority of people are not ready for a totalitarianism government. We don't want it. And Trump is just so destructive that even when things are as such that he's getting his way, he screws it up. He'll mess it up somehow. So things, he'll create a backlash. He just can't help it. That's what I think malignant narcissism is about. You got to see the shows of chaos. So, and there's higher powers at work here. Even the coronavirus, my guides showed me that it was divine. It came from a higher source. It came to completely upend and end this administration so that the new energies could come in. And every time I ask, and even when I get freaked out seeing Barr and so obviously in the pocket of Putin and really a henchman for Russia, and they say, no, don't worry about Melissa. This is going to end. And I always, when I do readings on Trump updates, things like that, I always get the death card. I always get the Ten of Swords.
Really?
Always.
How about with Barr?
Yes, him too. And I did a reading on him several months ago. I probably should do an update on him, but very bad cards for him.
Well, but is it that they're flying him, they're dragging him through the mud, like he's the one that they bring to the forefront?
Who, Barr?
Yeah, I feel he's going to get in big trouble.
Oh yeah, that my cards, the outcome out of his jail, or if not that, I can't remember exactly, but it was a disgrace, going out in kind of infamy and disgrace.
Right.
For sure.
But they really think Russia's going to help them again, and which Russia will, but Russia can't Russia's not going to be able to do like they did before, because the massive amount of people coming out is beyond what they're capable of handling.
Yes, I believe so too. It's going to be overwhelming.
Yeah, they were able to switch this one with Hillary because they made Hillary, people weren't interested. People were tired of Hillary. People were like, well, maybe she's not so good, so I just won't vote. This time people will vote.
Oh, yeah, it's a blue tsunami. Forget about the wave. Well, it's going to be a tsunami, not just a wave, but a huge wave.
Sorry about that pounding. If you guys can hear it in the back, it's a neighbor. Quite a ways. I don't know if you can hear it. It's like a boom.
I can't hear it.
Boom. So go ahead.
But I get excited when I think about the future, even though it seems implausible. It's going to bring in an extremely progressive government, and Joe Biden, who I believe will be president, will bring in he will be very influenced by a lot of women and a very progressive agenda. And for the people who and I really highly advise people to look at his policies, because we've been kind of I don't know, brainwashed that he doesn't have progressive policies. But if you look at his policies, he's very progressive in many areas.
Right. And you know who I saw, and I don't know if you agree with me, I see him bringing in Bernie, and Bernie helping him with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I do too. And I not just, I could ask my guides, but just even seeing President Obama recently, he's had, there's been some social media of him with Bernie Sanders. So I believe that is a heads up that, Sanders is definitely going to be involved in the administration for sure.
Right.
Bringing in progressive changes.
Yeah.
So it makes me excited when I think about it. I get kind of chills.
I know
what's coming in. It's going to be really, really good beyond our expectations.
Like I tell everybody, we will have an administration.
Oh, a real government, and there's going to be a ton to do. But in the kind of ashes, we'll rise like a phoenix better.
Yeah.
Than we are, because we need to fix so many things, and especially with money, right? and Citizens United, all that stuff has to get overturned. We've got to, you know,
Well,
heal
you
that
know
part
what?
of our country.
We're going to go in broke because
Yeah.
they said that guy from Georgia or whatever his name is, the one that used to work for Clinton, I believe. He said that guy that the Trump campaign or the Trump people are taking money out of the White House in droves. They're just helping themselves.
Oh my God, I got that too. I asked my guide, somebody actually asked me about this, and they they wanted to know what I could tell them regarding this. And you know what my guide showed me?
But
Do you know the like movie Ocean's 11?
I
They
never saw it, but I know what it's about.
they said it's a heist. That's what they said. It's a heist, the whole thing. Yeah.
And so this will all be brought out that he just
Oh yeah,
off.
they're just siphoning money. I mean, Mnuchin, what was he was convicted of fraud or something. I mean, these people are all criminals. They've all got a criminal past. Everybody who is centered around Trump, everybody's got is like mafia or has some kind of criminal
Something they can hold against them.
and mentality too.
Right.
They only bring, like Pruitt, Scott Pruitt is no longer there, but they only bring people in who are going to be, you know, agreeable to the agenda that they have, and they fire the people, you know, who don't.
And you got to kiss the ring.
Oh, you have to kiss the ring.
So, Goldman, what made Ray turn?
What?
Ray, the FBI director, and say the Russia thing, Flynn should have never been hit.
Well, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, Director Ray actually put out a statement saying basically he can't be charged because there really was no Russian. It's like,
oh, I'm
like,
going to
who
ask
are
about
you?
it. I'm asking, I use my pendulum, you know, just to open up a channel when I ask. So I'm asking right now, what made Ray turn? Threats. There's major threats against him.
I thought so.
Death threats against his family. Yes, that's what it is. There's no, and he knows. Yeah, there's no protection for him. It's serious. That's why I did it.
Is our Mueller okay right now? I know it's sad for him to watch this.
He's he's very, I mean, yeah, of course, he's very upset about it. He's heartbroken, especially about Barr. Heartbroken about the whole institution. But he knows things we don't.
Yeah, and he won't come back. I do know that.
No, he's not going to come back.
He won't come back, and he's not going to make any sort of statement.
Yeah, he is. There's something hopeful though.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling.
Well, what were you feeling?
I was feeling like he may even talk again to Congress or something, but or at least they release his thing non-redacted, so people will see the whole truth. They're going to make a movie about him. You know, I've been seeing that for years.
Well, when I did a reading on him, I did a card reading on my video. I thought that he was a hero. I heard you say that he's an American hero, and I went, yes, because that's what I got too. And he's been so maligned.
He could, yes.
Yeah, he was having to deal with all these restrictions, and he's a company man in the sense that he will follow the rules. And
they shouldn't have given him that directive if they didn't expect him to see it through.
Yeah, he did the best with what he had, and then Barr came in at the end, and then God knows what Barr did. I mean, Barr just put the kibosh, you know, on a lot of things. But Mueller is hopeful about something. It's that he sees big changes coming in. There's a lot that's still going on that through our, you know, like the FBI, even the CIA, other countries, that this government does not know about. It is this underground war between Russia and, you know, those powers and the Western democracies.
Right.
And that's really going on. So there's been this battle going on that we don't see, but it's still there. And there are people fighting and really giving their lives to rescue our democracy. And
Yeah.
so that we don't see that, but that is happening.
But there's people talking behind closed doors.
Absolutely, and things being done. I I always joke about it, but I really do believe this, that right from the beginning, the people in the White House, like the FBI have and the CIA have been there in roles of like the cleaners and the food staff. There's been constant surveillance going on there, under the radar. And if they don't think so, if Trump and his people don't think so, they're just like, I don't think they're so narcissistic and so sure of themselves that they don't believe that, and they don't think about it, but that's going on.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah, so there's a lot going on, but it's going to turn out okay.
That's the main thing.
And everybody get out to vote.
That's why people would listen to our videos, so they can get some hope.
Yeah, and I say everybody get out to vote, but I want to amend that statement. Everybody, right now, what we're being, it's being suggested that we have write-in ballots, right? Is that the thing? So vote, make sure that you can vote and register for mail-in ballots.
Yes.
What do you get about mail-in ballots?
I think it's successful. I think he's going to try to screw it, but he won't be able to.
Good. Yeah, because
I actually see some sort of emergency thing with SCOTUS.
Oh.
So I don't know what he might make some weird decision that people are like, what? And then SCOTUS says, nope, you can't do that, Mr. President.
Yes, we're going to have an election, and from what I hear, it's going to be huge. It's going to be breathtaking.
Because remember, I always saw him being put out in shame. The tomatoes being thrown at him.
Yes.
So what it is he loses by such a landslide. He's a joke. And even the Republicans are turning their back on him because he's going to cost them dearly.
Oh, he already has.
And that when he loses, because, well, first of all, if he tries to hold up any kind of voting, it doesn't matter. He loses his job on January, what the last day is.
Yeah, 31st.
Yeah, he'll lose his job. But what I wanted to ask you is McConnell. Did you get anything on that?
Oh my God, that horrible man. I will ask for you. I have done a video on him too. And the motivator for him was greed. It's just all about money. This big heist. I hope they need to build a prison specifically for these people. Let's see, McConnell. He's worried.
Thank you.
Very worried.
Thank you.
Is that what you get to?
Yeah, but I keep feeling him being pulled out. But is it pulled out as the head honcho, or is it pulled out because he loses his Kentucky seat?
I think he loses. I wasn't sure. I know I've asked before, but I believe he loses. Is it Amy McGrath who's running against him?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, and I give her money all the time.
Everybody should give Amy McGrath money, because McConnell is. I read an article about how McConnell is a bigger problem than anybody. I mean, he's the Grim Reaper. He's caused or been one of the greatest movers towards the death of democracy than anybody else in our government. Right. And he's so happy to do that.
It's like a mean streak in him.
If there's a kind streak in him, I challenge you, find it.
Well, I definitely feel him really having to pay the piper for the things he's done. But if Ruth Ginsburg had crossed, which she's not, by the way, I read on her again today, she's going to hang in there.
I think so too. I get that too.
And I do see her leaving, but not by death.
No, she's amazing, but I believe that I should do a past life reading on her.
Yeah.
But, like, who is she? But no, she's not leaving.
But if something was to happen like this last incident that took place, right? We only got 6 more months. I don't care if something happened to her a month before the voting. That McConnell would get somebody in there so fast. It'll make
he would certainly try.
And the whole time we're screaming, but you wouldn't let Merrick Garland in because you said it was an election year, and he would just stick his nose up at us and say whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's 100%. This is his dream come true, and he's so proud of what he's done because he's fulfilling the agenda of the extreme right wing, and that's what he's always wanted to do. He's fought for it, and he thinks he's going to be a hero. That's what he feels like. He's a hero to scrap, if he can scrap Medicare, if he can scrap Social Security, if he can get rid of all the progressive judges. He feels that he has a cause. This is his achievement of greatness. He really does feel like that. I don't know if you get that, but that's what
exactly, inside and out.
And he is but he's going to go down with the rest of them. One of the cards that always comes up whenever I read for this administration, everybody in it, is the Tower. So Trump Tower, right? Trump, but also
the rug pulled out from underneath him.
Everybody falls. Not if you're with this administration, and it's the way it has been knitted together, and Trump has done that. It's because that's how the mafia works, and he is mafia through and through. If you're tarred by the same brush, if you're part of this administration, you go down with it too. Pence will go down. Everybody goes down when the tower falls, and that tower card always comes up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he and also, I don't know if you got this, but I was told this, that we'll be able to go back and get a lot of those judges they put in, take them out.
Oh yeah. Do you know what I get? I should ask, because I'm there, like when I get excited and I'm very emotional about some of these things, so I do doubt some of the things that I see just because I want them so badly,
And you hope you're not influencing your head.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sure it's a possibility. But one of the things I get is that these judges that have been appointed, a lot of them, because some of that have been pushed through, don't even have the qualifications.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And they'll be pulled out. I believe
that's what I see. They're going to go through them. They're going to filter right through them. You're gone, you're gone. And then people will be saying, you can't do that. They have a lifetime appointment. Well, guess what? Trump sent the precedence. What is the word I want to say? He's the one that said, I'm the president, I can do what I want.
I want to say that word, but I don't even want to attempt it either.
Yeah, so he's Trump, thanks to Trump, saying, screw you, I'll do what I want.
Yeah.
Biden can say, I'm the president, I can take all these people out. People will be demanding it, by the way.
Yes, and there'll be the rule of law. So these maybe what seems to Trump and his administration as these very arbitrary and very minor rules are actually extremely important. You do need this, and this to be able to be in that position. If you don't have it, you're not going to be able to fulfill it. That's just how it's going to be.
Right.
It's like the difference between playing a game of baseball, are you going to play by the rules, or are you going to it doesn't really matter if you didn't really touch, the home run base. No, we'll just give it to you anyway. No, that's not how it's played. And if you really play by the rules, all of that stuff matters. All the nuances matter.
Right.
And that's what Biden will bring in. And like you said, we're actually going to have a government and all of that stuff.
An actual administration, people that handle certain things.
And
not his cronies.
Yeah, the civil service is coming back. I see, right now, I don't even know how many of those jobs are filled right now. I mean, it's pretty empty, right? They want to destroy the government. But all those people are coming back, and new jobs.
What do you see about Colonel Vindman?
Oh, he'll come back. I don't even have to ask about that. He'll come back. His brother's gonna come back. All those people are gonna come back. I hope that Sally Yates comes back too.
Good.
Yeah.
What about reality winner? Will it get her out of jail?
Yeah, I think I will ask because I should really. Yes, she's getting out of jail.
Okay, thank you.
It's so exciting. I feel so happy about it. But when I wanted to say that when I doubted my guides at the beginning, and then they just said, watch. When I really paid attention to what was going on, I thought, oh my God, it's all just crashing down.
Yeah.
One thing after another.
Right.
Everything they said came true in regarding what they were predicting. So it's all falling down. It just cannot sustain itself. And I don't even think that some of the corporatists, I can't say that, corporatists want
I
it.
know, I'm doing the same thing with my.
Because they want stability for the stock market. It must
Yes,
be
yes. But we
crazy
will
for
start
them.
taxing the rich, the very rich.
Yeah. Oh, that had, and I see not, not just Sanders, but Warren and Camilla Harris, and people who will really be active in making that happen, and they're going to be listened to, and we're going to have majorities, and this time we're going to have majorities that actually are going to go ahead and steamroll things. So, I mean, by fair measures, but they're going to get it done. They're not just going to
Right.
just because somebody criticizes them or something. It's all going to happen. It's going to happen pretty fast, I think. I don't think they're going to mess around. I really don't.
I think even this next week we start getting some good news. I don't know what it is, but something's coming up.
Ooh, you don't have a hit on.
No, but my guides were telling me we got good news and bad news coming up.
Oh my goodness.
The release of the Mueller report unredacted, something with financials, but they said good news and bad news.
Oh, so I just want to remind people when they see me just doing this with my pendulum, I'm just asking my pendulum because that's how I open the channel up to get my information. I'm really curious about that. What would be the good news? It is something legal.
Okay.
It is something legal. The release of I don't know whether it's Mueller's records, but something gets released. The bad
financial
news is,
records too. Yeah.
Ooh, maybe the financial records. Didn't Como order the release of those? He
did last month, I thought. No,
yeah,
just recently.
Recently, yeah, I think so.
Wow.
But the bad news is with something with harsher restrictions even on immigration. So they're going to try to get stuff in there. Okay. Oh, I have a question. Talking about immigration, do you think Steve Miller has the virus? And I don't want to wish the virus on anybody.
No, he does have it. Yeah.
You think? Yeah, because his wife has it.
Yeah.
And it's just going like wildfire through the White House.
FBI or the Secret Service has 16 cases.
Wow.
It's something else.
And how is that going to play out?
It just makes the people who have it and live in fear say, you know what? This guy's not right. We need to change him. That's what I see. Because he insisted nobody wear masks and all that. And now that they have it, I don't see people mass dying from it that are within the administration. But I see people saying, you know what? Nah, he needs to go.
Yeah, because that's a problem. That's got to be a problem. And I mean, wow. I think spiritually this has been so incredibly challenging for all of us, because part of me wants to go, yeah, wish they'd all just die from it, but I don't want anybody to die from it. So I have to just rein myself back and go, no, Melissa, don't go there.
You don't want to that, yeah.
Have faith that everything is divine, and everybody, who passes away from whatever, it's for the most part anyway, if not 100%, divinely.
Well, the other thing
decided.
is, like I'd say, there's no such thing as death. So why does people act like they're
transition? People make their transition, and then they, come back again. So
the last question I have to ask, and I don't know if you've had any hits on this. So Cohen's supposed to be working on a book.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Come out before the election. Will he accomplish that?
I can't. I'll actually read that book. I wonder if there'll be like pictures. Let's see. What an amazing transformation for him.
Oh, I know.
To start off like kind of a scummy guy.
And listen, as soon as the new administration comes in, he's not in jail. He's walking away.
Yeah, because he really did transform. I truly believe he did.
I did.
So let's see. There's going to be a fight. Oh my God, they're going to fight that the publication of that book.
Okay.
But okay, I'm not getting a yes or a no. I'm just getting.
Maybe it comes out after Trump is gone.
It may come out. It may be released, or parts of it released, or unofficially released, something like that, before the election. Because I see Cohen really, really wanting it out, that information to get out. So it may be that the book gets out under the radar, if that makes sense, and you begin reading, chapters on like, oh, it's on YouTube or social media or something. Even though
a lot to say too.
Yeah, even though it may not officially be allowed to come out my guides are saying it's a potential that it could come out, yeah, unofficially.
Okay. All right, girlfriend. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Time flies by.
Oh my God, it really does.
I try to keep these, you guys, I try to keep these at 30 minutes because it's hard to upload. So,
Hey,
all
can
right.
I let people really quickly know about my information?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do this real fast. So you can find me on YouTube, Melissa Free Range Psychic. I have a
Is it
Facebook,
.com?
on YouTube.
No, no. How do you book a reading with you?
Oh, so you can find me on Sacred Fire Psychic Readings. That's my Facebook page. If you go to either of those places, you can find my information. I always put my information at the end of my videos and underneath.
Okay.
You can contact me at my email, sacredfirepsychicreadings@gmail.com. And also I'm on Patreon, Sacred Fire Psychic. So you can also call me. This is my official work number, 734-773-9758. Text or call. Text is faster, to tell you the truth.
734.
773-9758.
58.
Yeah.
Got it, girlfriend. I'll put it on the link here.
Okay, and I do all kinds of, I specialize in past life, but I do other kinds of readings too.
All
And,
right.
I'm a medium, and I also like to introduce people to their guardian angels. So.
Yay. Oh, I don't do that, you guys. And some people said, who are my guides? And I'm like, well, I don't really do that.
I do that. I love to do that.
All right, girlfriend. Thank
you so much, Linda. Thank you.
You're so welcome, girlfriend. Thank you so much. Bye, you guys.